Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ron Trevino.
And I'm Sherman Chow.
And we begin this afternoon with our coverage of that Arctic blast.
Yeah, local leaders had one key message yesterday: stay off the roads. And it looks like Houstonians took note. We've got a live look at Transtar right now off of 290 in Eldridge. Far fewer cars than usual. We will have an in-depth check on travel conditions in just a moment.
And of course, we're keeping an eye on those seriously cold temperatures as we broke records in some areas. We'll take a look at those warming centers in just a few minutes.
And we have team coverage this afternoon with crews spread out across the area, bringing you the latest details from your neighborhood.
But first, let's bring in meteorologist Pat Kaplan.
And Pat, we've got another day and another night of this hard freeze.
Yeah, exactly. So some spots will make it above freezing as we go through the afternoon, but then we go right back into the teens as we get into tomorrow morning. Look at statewide wind chills. These are feels like temperatures in the sun. Even when you factor in the wind, feels like 8 in Amarillo and Dallas, 17 for us here in Houston. Widespread teens. It's not until you get towards the U.S.-Mexico border that those feels like temperatures get a little better in the 20s. Actual air temperatures at 12:01, just a few degrees shy of the freezing mark now at Bush. 30 degrees. That's actually one of the warmest spots on the map. 31 Galveston, 29 Hobby, 27 Brenham, 23 still in Huntsville. But again, with the wind gusting at times between 20 and 30 miles per hour, it feels so much worse out there. Feels more like 17 at Bush. Feels like 14 in Bay City, 18 in Galveston, 10 in Huntsville. At least a single digit feels like temperatures are gone. But man, it is brutal. We may squeak just above the freezing mark as we get to the afternoon. A lot of sunshine out there, though, through the entire day. There's the good news. So it will feel ever so slightly better than yesterday. But again, the wind really cuts through you with these temperatures as low as they are. Good news, though, some warmer weather is on the way. We're back to the upper 40s. In fact, we could make a run at the 50s as we get into tomorrow. And then check that out, just a few degrees shy of 70 by Thursday with a slight chance for a few showers. However, before we get there, we are expecting another hard freeze tonight. We will talk about how low the temperatures go coming up in the full forecast in about 15 minutes. But Jen, the good news with the sunshine and the warmer temperatures has got to be a lot of ice melting on the roads across the area.
Yeah, I tell you, we've been tracking some latest updates being tweeted by officials, Metro being one of them. A service update recently tweeted out that the local bus and the Metro Rapid services are resuming. That's good news. Please allow for the extra time. The HOV lanes remain closed. Parking rides today are also shut down. One of our icy spots to still be forewarned is along the 290 corridor. If you plan on driving, because we've been telling folks if you don't have to drive today, then just stay home. But 290 remains a little bit dicey from the Beltway out towards Cypress. Numerous crashes over the past few hours have sort of seen some spin outs, and then it's cleared, and then a couple of lanes blocked. Our live picture here at Eldridge shows that some of that ice has been melting, and so it looks more like it's kicking up as liquid as the drivers pass there. 290 at Mushki. Do not let your guard down, though. Be sure to keep your cell phones down if you plan on being in this stretch of highway. Some good news to pass along to you. The West Beltway connector ramp to 290, those interchanges and ramps have reopened, so that's new news since the last time we saw each other. North Beltway at 249. I know crews were out there trying to clear the area and re-ice or de-ice. As you can see, no one's getting through off of 249 right at the Beltway, so keep that one in mind. And this is what it looks like in downtown Houston. One more thing to note, West Park at 69 is reopened, and my colleague Ugochi Uloka is out live in Sugarland, where both sides of 59 have now reopened in that area. Ugochi, city officials and offices, they were supposed to open at noon as well, so perhaps it's an easier drive to get to where they're going. Good morning, Ugochi.
Yeah, Jennifer, that is the hope, because within the last hour, Sugarland leaders, city leaders, as well as PD decided to go ahead and open up Highway 59 here. And we understand after it was shut down for at least 16 hours, more than even. This is video. Take a look at your screen of when road crews first got out here, and we're reopening the southbound lane of Highway 59. We were there when we were first doing that. Now, Sugarland police, they tell us they worked a total of 40 weather-related accidents yesterday. Out of that 40, 32 of them, all of those weather-related accidents, the 32, happened on Highway 59. One of the reasons why they ended up closing it for safety reasons. They're saying the icy conditions were just too much. Down in Houston, and we understand Houston police say they worked a total of 100 weather-related accidents as of midnight today. And we also know that TxDOT, they were able to treat the roads here on Highway 59. They were out this morning treating those icy patches on that stretch of roadway, and Sugarland police say they had crews come right after them to make sure that it was inspected and all clear for people to drive on before they opened it back up. Reporting live in Sugarland, Ugochi Iloka, KHOU 11 News.
Great to see some progress out there in the Sugarland area. Thank you so much, Ugochi.
All right, let's take a live look now at the ERCOT supply and demand grid. This is a live look at that web page. This is the 6-day forecast looking out. These are actually the grid conditions right now. Things are looking good. Plenty of supply as Texans crank up their electricity to power their homes during this cold snap. Now, this comes after ERCOT issued conservation requests 2 days in a row. Today's appeal ended at 9 this morning. ERCOT says conservation efforts and grid reliability got us through the peak times. There is still a weather watch in effect through tomorrow. But for a few neighborhoods up north in Magnolia, there's trouble. We're getting reports that natural gas is out. Victor Jacobo live in those neighborhoods. So Victor, what does that mean for heat in those homes?
Yeah, viewers reached out to us because many homes in this area are without natural gas or with little gas pressure to get heat into their homes. KHOU 11 responded, and I spoke a short while ago with one homeowner who is still without heat in his home.
This morning we woke up, it's about 50 degrees in the house, so pretty cold. We've got a space heater, but it doesn't do much good, so we're just bundling up.
Now, the gas supplier here is EPCOR, and we saw one of the pickup trucks here in the area just a few minutes ago as crews respond to this issue. EPCOR, we learned from just a short while ago that it's about 100 homes in this area that are without natural gas service. That's the Indigo Ranch, High Meadows neighborhoods here in the Magnolia area. We just got a statement from EPCOR a short while ago explaining that service was disrupted due to a loss of pressure in the service main line. Crews have narrowed down their search to about a 700-foot span of main line near a road crossing at the root of the loss to the pressure. Now, they are working with the Railroad Commission to kind of address this issue, but the timeline of when homes here in the area can expect their natural gas to return is still uncertain. They say, EPCOR says that their crews are working around the clock to get that issue done. We spoke with some here who have said they have helped their neighbors to try to address this issue. We will have more coverage on this later this afternoon. My colleague Troy Kless is going to take on this story into the afternoon. For now, reporting in the Magnolia area, Victor Jacobo, KHOU 11 News.
All right.